your girl Lady J, back bringing you, my usual, my commentary on the latest in female rap tea and, some urban news. But before I get into my video, I want you to go ahead and hit the thumbs up, comment, share, and since you already here, you might as well subscribe to the channel, baby, and get into it. So it looks like Megan Thee Stallion has graced the cover of Forbes magazine, as she has made Forbes 30 under 30, as we have saw the other day. And according to them, she is the first black woman to grace the cover of this magazine. So congratulations to her. However, I do find that kind of sad that we're in 2022 and black women are still making history by being the first black woman to do something as it pertains to these big machines and giants and companies and whatnot. Yeah, so I found that kind of unfortunate considering all of the successful rich black women there are in music and in Hollywood and have always been, Now, congratulations to Megan, though, nevertheless. I know sis been kind of ducked off, lay low, but her trial with Tory is also gearing up because I heard that, about to get ready to pick his, jurors or whatever the case may be. So, maybe she getting ready for that. Okay. So I definitely feel like something is up. Because how in the fuck is it that this interview, this photo shoot, this magazine cover, they listing all your accomplishments, has all come out on this day, that, shit is getting started as it pertains to this court case with her and Tory, that's just, very ironic. And, I don't believe in no motherfucking coincidences, okay? So, I thought that was, strategic, at the same time, it's an expected PR move when you have, a good PR team, all right? So they know how to flip situations in favor of their client. They help with a good public image and perception. So her team is doing their job. However, that don't mean we don't see the shit and, we don't talking about the shit. Okay. So we very much see it and we gonna talk about it. We see what's going on. Now, amidst all this, between her Forbes interview, her grace in the front cover, it was also revealed, she will be releasing her quote unquote third studio album. And she plans to do a world tour in 2023. Let me know what you think about that and if you're here for it. Now, I just find it comical that we can safely say that, Something for the Thotties was not an album, which I've been saying. She is also in a legal battle with 1501 over Something for the Thotties not being considered an album, as it pertains to the label, because they don't consider it an album when she wanted it to be an album just to get out of her shitty contract with them, allegedly. Okay. Now, I am very interested to see how Megan does on a world tour, but I'm more interested to see who she would bring on tour, as an opening act or something, because we all know she is not going to sell out no arena by herself. Okay. Even though Megan, she done won the Grammys and whatnot, she's been, opening up for other girls on the tours this year. Like, didn't she open up for Dua Lipa earlier this year? So, she's done festivals and shows, but Megan has never done an arena tour, let alone a world tour. So this will be very interesting. I'm not saying this to be funny, but Megan has a hard time selling her music. So I'm interested to see how she would sell out an arena or even a stadium by herself. So, or, whoever she bring on tour with her. So I'm also certain, that Roc Nation is looking for certain people for Megan to go on tour with. Now, I find it interesting that Megan says she is touring next year and releasing an album. And just a few days ago, we see Billboard let us know that Cardi B is about to be finally releasing her second album early next year, which is really just a couple of months away. And they let it be known that she has new management because she hasn't had any management the past couple of years. On top of that, when she was arguing a few days ago on Twitter, per usual, she let it be known that she plans on touring, a world tour next year and that she wants to physically and mentally prepare herself for that. So perhaps it could be speculated or at least theorized, okay, hear me out, that Roc Nation and Cardi's new management may be in talks with, them coming together to do a tour next year, okay? Because what's the fucking coincidence both these girls is trying to release new projects next year and do world tours in the same year, okay? So y'all know, and around the same time at that. So y'all know I don't believe in all that bullshit. I don't believe in no coincidence. So it's giving very much calculated. Okay, very much calculated, because both Megan and Cardi didn't do much when it came to, popping that shit on them charts this year with new music. Okay, even though Megan claims to be the shit per the Recording Academy and the It Girl, and Cardi claims her records live in the top 10, even though she ain't seen the top 10 with a solo song all 2022, because Hot Shit couldn't even see the top 10 with Lil Durk and Kanye on that whole. But I definitely think them going on a joint tour could very well be a possibility, or having one open up for the other, or whatever the case may be. And I think, you know, they would probably do good on that tour. So I just hope Megan gets more support for her third album, because I didn't think Charmazine was bad at all. I told y'all I was already fucking with Ungrateful. I really like that song with Key Glock, you know. I think she should have released Gift and a Curse as a single instead of Bitter Pie. I liked Not Nice. I like that song with Salsa Walker. So I didn't think the album was bad at all overall. But I mean, I find it odd how it came and went and did 60K first week and nobody been talking about it since, okay? Can we talk about it? It's not even getting nominated for no Grammys, not even nominated for no you know, AMAs or nothing like that. So I mean, it's supposed to be the shit per the Recording Academy, and got 0 Grammy nominations, okay? Like I said, 0 AMA nominations. And she released a whole body of work this year. She's been going on, she opened up for Dua Lipa earlier this year. Like, you know, she been winning. Like, I mean, it's just weird. She been releasing singles, collaborations. You the it girl, the first woman gracing the cover of Forbes and making the 30 under 30. Like, make it make sense, sis. So it makes me wonder what's going on with Megan and people in the industry behind the scenes, because the only thing really working in her favor right now is having Roc Nation as her management, in my most humble opinion. So I do find Megan talented. I always have. I just think the bigger Megan got, the bigger her ego got. You know, she slowly but surely started to become an opportunist, in my most humble opinion. Then she began to fall out with so many people on top of the tour situation, and many people feel like, you know, she isn't being all the way forthcoming about what really happened that night. So it's unfortunate that her legal cases, you know, and her back and forth with her Twitter arguments with Carl Crawford and her, you know, is causing her to receive so much more attention and see it in her music, okay? So I wish Megan got as much support when it comes to selling her music like she gets on the internet when it comes to sympathy with this fake ass hate train all these rap girls claim they got now, okay? But, you know, you let me know what you think about that below. So are you here for Megan's World Tour and her third studio album? Now, moving into my next topic, I want to get into Nicki Minaj. So she will be in the upcoming House Party film in 2023. So Nicki is back in her movie bag, okay? So let me know if you are here for it. Now, I am here for Nicki being in a movie. Don't get me wrong, okay? I love Nicki in her acting bag. But if she gonna do a movie, I want it to be a movie where she is playing an actual role, you know, other than herself, because I believe she will be playing herself in this film. And on top of that, it's not a leading role. So I wouldn't, you know, get all hyped, because I'm sure you're only going to see her in about a few scenes anyway. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Now, I'm not sure if this will be coming out in theaters or straight to streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime or whatnot. Either way, I'm watching it, okay? And I also know that Lil Wayne and other celebrities will be in this film too, so I'm sure it'll be a key. And I've always been a fan of the House Party movies anyway, okay? I've been watching them since Kid and Play. Now, speaking of Nicki Minaj, real quick, I want to mention something that I think speaks volumes. So a few days ago, it was revealed by Chart Data that with no recent album out at the moment, Nicki Minaj has sold over 1 million total units in the US this year. Over, you know, and that's on album sales, okay? Album sales, album units, okay? She pushing album units. So that says a lot. She ain't even got no album out this year. So, you know what Nicki say? You can't be Pablo if your work ain't selling. Okay, so clearly her shit is selling, and a lot of these other mainstream rap girls just now cracking 200K 6 to 9 months after releasing an album. Okay, no shade. Let's talk about that. Now, Nicki Minaj's old mixtape is outselling these bitches' second and third studio albums, okay? And she's still pushing album units with no album out. So congrats to the queen, and let me know your thoughts below. So moving into my next topic, I want to get into Latto and Glorilla. So Latto posted this photo yesterday with the caption, quote unquote, Friday, collaborating and dropping it this Friday. So let me know if you are here for that. Now, Latto did also announce that Gangsta Boo will be on the song too. So clearly this is a Latto song, so obviously she needs to come back to get her back on the charts, since Lil Energy left the charts weeks ago, and her feature she did with Chloe debuted on the Billboard Bubbling Under, and all her shit been leaking all over the fucking internet because the Barb said they still tracking her so it don't pick up the bitch, okay? So she is clearly trying to get back out there with the new era and more music, and I'm gonna be honest, okay? I don't think this song gonna do any better than For the Night did. Gotta keep it a buck. That's just my most humble opinion, baby. Do you hear me? Okay? So, you know, and this is no shade, but Gangsta Boo is definitely not gonna help you go anywhere that you want to go on the charts, you know, to say the least. Talented girl, okay, but I don't know nobody check her for no Gangsta Boo in this day and time. If you don't know who Gangsta Boo is, she is another female rapper. You know, she is much older than Latto. She's been in the game for a long ass time, and you know, even that's an understatement. If you are familiar with the name 3 6 Mafia, she was once a part of that group. So like I said, she's been rapping a while, which is why I'm so surprised, you know, to see Glorilla and Latto collaborating, or at least Latto, to say the least, collaborating with Gangsta Boo when Gangsta Boo is in her 40s or late 30s. I think it's 40s, whatever. She's around the same age as Nicki Minaj, and Nicki's 39. So, and Latto was just clowning Nicki last month for being 39. So I find it very comical that Gangsta Boo has saw the ageism that Latto displayed to her peer, but you know, whatever, comical, like I said. So, but perhaps teaming up with Latto and Glorilla will help her appeal to the younger TikTok audience, as if they care, but who knows. Now, I don't know why Glorilla trying to set herself up like this, honestly. She just seen how the hell Chloe's collab just went over on the charts that she did with Latto. You know, they went bubbling under and still ain't sunk above water to manage to get at least 100 spot on Billboard. And it's not because For the Night isn't a good song. The people, you know, just don't want Latto fake ass on there. Okay, so the Barbs chose not to support, just like they're gonna choose not to do again with this record. On top of that, the song she did with Chloe leaked before it came out, and then on top of that, you had 130 of her songs, her being Latto, her songs leaked last week by the Barbs. They're gonna be going against Nicki was, you know, career suicide for her. Sorry, not sorry. I definitely think Glorilla could have gotten another collaboration, but you know, she is new, she is popping, so, and you know, this looks good, I guess, on her resume, you know, the mini collaboration she does or whatever. So this could have been an arranged collaboration too by her label RCA and CMG. I mean, you never know, but they do seem to have a rapport, so I'm sure, you know, arranged or not, they had no issue with it. Now, I also cannot help but to feel like a lot of the girls is trying to ride the wave of Glorilla, because they do see that, you know, she popping, so they clinging on to her coattail, hoping that, you know, that'll help it pop off with their own traction, when it really won't. And you can't say, oh, they're female rappers, they both young, they should collab. Yeah, that's all fine and all. I'm not saying collaboration shouldn't happen. All I'm saying is it's a pattern of when a new fresh artist is popping, here come the same people attempting to attach themselves to them, even if it's for a hot trending moment. So sometimes it can be a win-win situation, and sometimes people just clearly trying to take advantage. But you know, Glorilla collaborating with Latto, I don't really think it'll really do nothing for her for this song, or any song that they can do for that matter. You know, it makes her look like a nice person, that's about it, because this benefits Latto way more than Glorilla. Glorilla's new EP outsold Latto's second album within the first month. So, and on top of that, Latto doesn't have a song on the charts right now, because like I said, Little Energy is old news. It left off the charts. So of course Latto will team up with someone who is popping to attempt to get her momentum back going. So, you know, she needs a song that'll stick, and I think she feels like Glorilla will help her with that, since she is in demand right now. So if I was Glow, I would have kept this collaboration in the vault and a stash somewhere, because Glow is hot. She in demand right now for a little minute, just like Cardi is doing. She's riding the wave of Glorilla, because you know, like I say, nothing happens by chance. So I'm sure something is cooking up behind the scenes, but let me know y'all thoughts on that below. Now the next topic I want to get into is Coi Leray. So Coi is being dragged by her braids because she posted a shady ass tweet that fans are saying was directed at Nicki Minaj. Okay, so Coi said this: y'all see what Nas did? Now that's how the fuck you do it. Love always wins. Why downplay the next artist when you can uplift them and come for no reason? It'd be weird, because people don't even be from the same cities and be having beef because of internet trolls and fans. Corny. Don't worry, love is in the air. I feel. How is that shade, you might ask? Well, you need to know what she's talking about. So this was reported yesterday. Nas and 21 Savage released new song One Mic, One Gun. Okay, so why is that news? Because just 2 weeks ago, 21 Savage ignorant ass was being dragged after he got his ignorant ass up on Clubhouse to call Nas irrelevant because of his age, and say the only real reason people check for Nas is because he has a loyal ass fan base. As if a fan base ain't what keep an artist selling and relevant. So it seems as though Nas has no beef and is instead choosing to do a song with 21's ignorant ass. Okay, cool. So why is this a shady tweet to Nicki that people are saying that Coi posted? Because Coi been throwing shade at Nicki the past few months now, really ever since the Super Freaky Girl remix. So Coi been feeling some type of way apparently, and I have covered in several past videos within the past month alone of Coi dry shading Nicki Minaj, so you can check those out on your own time. But I have a problem with Coil tweeting this because, for one, bitch, last time I checked, I remember destroyed because the quote-unquote hate was outweighing the love, and Nicki spoke up for you publicly and sent you words of encouragement after the internet was coming for that ass and dragging you and your weak-ass rap skills, and you almost had a breakdown about it. And what did she do? She came and lifted you up publicly. So let's cut stood outside the cold until wee hours in the morning with her child helping you shoot your music video. She chose to feature on your song that you released as a single for your debut album. She graced your freshman album with the feature, bitch. Like, how many people can say that, let alone these rap hoes? So I just find it comical that Coil is trying to act brand fucking new in an attempt to get the attention of Nicki or the Barbs, and, you know, just for controversy, to promote this weak ass song she just dropped. Speaking of, let's get into it. So Coil dropped her single that she teased last week, you know, the one where she basically went back to the early 80s to get an old ass hit song, you know, at that time period, like Nicki did with the Rick James Super Freaky Girl. So clearly Nicki is out here inspiring the rap girls. I mean, yet and still, okay, they've been sampling though, especially Sweetie. I'm not saying that, you know, they're just now sampling. However, they almost always sample early 2000s hits at the latest 90s hits. They ain't never took it back to damn near the 70s, okay? Nicki is the only current female rap girl to take it back to the early 80s that I know of, and the song become a big ass hit. So clearly Coil's team is trying to get that Nicki sauce, in my most humble opinion, okay? So she went ahead and dropped this song last night. It's called Players, and it's sampling Grandmaster's Flash and the Furious 5's 80s hit The Message. So she took a classic song about inner city poverty in black neighborhoods and how it can lead to kids repeating the cycles of the hoods that raised them and end up dead or in jail. She took that classic song with that powerful message and turned it into basically a hoes anthem, child. Like, this is why I didn't want Olive Oil to touch this goddamn classic when I saw she was, you know, sampling it. This is why I had a problem with it at first, because I knew it would be bullshit. Like, what happens to songs like The Message? Okay, can we get back to that? I'm tired of hearing about niggas wanting to lick these bitches' clits and buying them Birkins and taking them on vacations. I'm sick of the pimping niggas talk. Bitch, I'm in a committed relationship. I want to cuddle and love on my nigga. Like, so I'm not really feeling the song. I'm sure it'll do well for her on TikTok, but I'm not feeling the shit. I'm just not. But let me know your thoughts on that below. The next topic I want to get into is Doja Cat. So Doja Cat has recently done an interview with Days magazine, and she talked about a couple of different things that I want to highlight. So first, Doja talked a little more about her blackness, which I found, of course, interesting because I never really heard her address it before, even when people try to claim that Doja is distanced from her blackness. And then, you know, niggas got issues because, you know, she don't want to date they asses. And then some people feel a ways about her saying the N-word or saying nigga or whatever when she doesn't, you know, date black men or really into black culture, even though she is mixed. So Doja said this: I read something the other day where someone said I was never surrounded by black people and I have no black influence in my life, which is so unbelievably crazy to me. She says, growing up on the land, it was all, growing up on the land, that's what you said, it was all black energy. My family was black. My mom was the only real white influence in my life. It's easy to make assumptions about people you don't know. I don't think people are trying to destroy my light or make me unhappy. I think it's just that they don't know. I found that interesting because of the numerous of times I have seen so many people try to disassociate Doja Cat from blackness when you can't do that for mixed race people. They can't even do it for themselves because the truth still stands. You have one parent that is this and another parent that is that. And you just have to learn to accept both of your cultures. But all that picking a black or a white side is something society is going to do for you regardless of how you feel or experience your life. That's the world we live in today, okay? It is what it is, okay? So I never really had an issue with Doja saying nigga because I know she does come from a black man. However, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm okay with her using it around non-black folk because I love Doja down, but I ain't forgot about her ass being in them questionable ass chat rooms. Like, why is you the only black something in them rooms and saying nigga this, nigga that? I was curious as to this quote unquote black family Doja was speaking of, but she did clarify on Twitter when she meant family, she meant people who she surrounded herself with. In other words, she is using the word family as to mean endearment, or I really fuck with these people this kind of way, okay? Which I don't get the whole I grew up around niggas vibes from Doja. I just don't. But anyway, another interesting thing I thought she mentioned was about her new music and album that she has on the way. So this is what Doja said. I think what I've fallen into is controlled chaos. She explains, I'm crazy about putting different genres into the same album or even in the same song. Up next, she tells me, is a quote, a bouquet of things. There's songs from a year and a half ago I made, and I'm like, these need to come out. I have a project that's going to be quite consistent, hopefully, which is coming up next, and is the real album, the real project. But before that, I would like to put out some singles that don't really connect in any way. They're just fun things, and I would like to put it out. So the album is coming. The album will come, and it'll be its own moment on. So let me know what you think about that. I think putting out singles just for emotional value to make her fans feel good, I think that's cute. I like the idea of that. But my thing is, why can't you just release them on SoundCloud, baby, like you've been doing? Okay, so that way you're not confusing us between the real singles and your old shit, okay? But nevertheless, I'm here for some new or old Doja Cat, okay? I haven't heard you know, some recent Doja, and I find Doja hella dope. Weird as fuck, but definitely talented and unique in her own right. Speaking of Doja Cat, she basically the other day on Twitter announced that she plans on getting surgery on her titties. So this is what was said between Doja Cat and her interaction. So Doja Cat says surgery, question mark, and then somebody responded and said, you know, have surgery, we know this. Then Doja Cat responded and said, I'm literally about to get surgery this winter. And then somebody responded to her and said, for what? And then we see Doja Cat say, I just want my titties pulled up because some of my tops don't fit the way I want them to. And then somebody responded to her and said, if you get surgery, I'm no longer a fan. And then Doja Cat said, I don't give a fuck. So let me know your thoughts on that. Now, I don't know why y'all fans be being all weird, like you think if you stop supporting an artist, their world comes crashing down. Doja don't give a fuck love, okay? And truth is, you don't either. You just wanted some attention. Just say that, okay? So I can understand Doja wanting to perk the girls up a little bit, more so especially as a woman who has had a child before, because I know Doja don't have any kids, but she did lost a lot of weight, because if you ain't know, Doja used to be Mama Thickums, okay? So Doja had that ass, but you know, she lost a lot of weight, and she lost that ass and the titties too, you know? So they on hang time now, okay? They on hang time. And that's okay, because I got a little hang time too. I had a baby 8 months ago. So if you want to get them perked up, okay, I ain't mad at that at all. I just hope, you know, that she leave it at that. I don't feel like she needs all that other extra shit, like the facial surgery or any other major body surgery. She has talent. She don't need the female rap star kit when the first thing to do is to get a BBL, which I low-key think BBLs are declining on the trend these days, but let me know your thoughts about that below. Now, the last topic I want to get into is Belcalis. So Cardi could possibly be having legal action brought up against her again, allegedly. Okay, so the artist behind the Marge Simpson look that Cardi recreated for Halloween is not here for Cardi apparently recreating his work. So he said, you know, she did not have permission and that she basically misrepresented his art. So I guess he say, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay, so apparently very fucking sensitive, because I'm low-key trying to see the issue. I mean, for real. Like, I mean, these celebrities stay recreating looks for Halloween every year. We see it all the time. But, you know, who knows? Maybe she is making money from the post, because we all know how easy it is to modernize our Instagram pages these days. Especially if, you know, you are the likes of someone like a Cardi B. So we don't know if she received money from this post. And if she did, then yeah, I can see why he would want to take legal action, because she would have to run me my coin. Okay. But I'm not sure if this post was modernized or what the case is, but him and his lawyer know what's up. They know what they're doing. So I guess, child, we gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. One thing for sure and two things for certain, Cardi gonna stay in court, okay? She gonna stay putting money in her lawyer's pockets, because baby girl got a new case like every year, okay? She gonna have like 2 to 3 cases in one single year going on. Like, girl might as well go get a part-time job down there. Matter of fact, I know she needs them community service hours. Sis can go down there and get them hours in, okay? You know, she needs them her service hours to this little case she had going on, because you know she pled guilty. Okay, but let me know what you think about that below. Now, speaking of Cardi B, she did get into a little Twitter spat with a comedian / influencer by the name of Nicole Arbor. So it all started because Cardi had posted a video of Offset on her Instagram story, and the video was obviously back from Halloween, and he was rapping his lyrics, which he basically is talking about catching a body, and he was dressed as a Joker swinging around a fake gun. So Nicole saw this or whatever, and I guess, you know, with what happened to Takeoff, she was drawn to post this to her. Man, a few weeks ago after his cousin was murdered over a dice game, Offset making new music about shooting people and shooting places up, not a single thing was learned. Which she my bad, y'all. At I am Cardi B just posted this, and I was sure it was Offset rapping about murder with a fake gun. Honestly, my bad if that's not what the video is. Now, I don't know why she mentioned Cardi knowing this girl would respond to pixie dust if it landed on her thumb, bitch. So Cardi hasn't even been to a studio since Take died, so what the fuck are you talking about? Then she mentioned how her quote-unquote eye is twitching for violence and she can't contain herself. Then Cardi went on to say, your community don't sing about mass shooting and fucking their cousins, yet y'all still do it. Mind your pink neck. Now, it was just a whole lot of back and forth, child, and I'm not going to read all of that bullshit, okay? Now, the next thing I know, Cardi told Nicole, Nicole's brother-in-law was just murdered and you're still posting videos about killing people. Still, how aren't you getting it? Cardi then went low, y'all. She went straight to hell and said, your mother is going to die. Honestly, Cardi saying this, that did not shock me at all. I found it tasteless, tacky, disrespectful, unnecessary, and I don't feel like nothing Nicole said should have garnered that type of response from Cardi. I thought it was just completely unnecessary. But I mean, what can we expect from someone who has time and time again gotten away with saying things like that to people? She wished A's on somebody's mama because she did not like the title of the YouTube video. She wished death on someone's mother before. She posted revenge porn. She's made threats. What do we expect from a certified gang member turned rapper? Okay, I just want to know when at some point are we going to hold her accountable? Y'all don't let Nicki get away with half of the shit that she says. Not that Nicki does or says half the shit Cardi be saying or doing. Y'all want to crucify these celebrities for speaking out for themselves like Nicki did with the Grammys, but not say shit when a woman is making active threats against another person's life whom she has not known. And she can try to play it off like death is a fact of life type shit, like she trying to make it seem like, oh, I said your mother's going to die because it's true, we all are going to die in life type shit. But bitch, you know exactly what you meant when you tweeted that evil ass shit. Every time conversations or arguments are not going Cardi's way, she resorts to attacking and hitting below the belt or trying to divert the attention, like how she did by using those screenshots her fans was sending her, attempting to put the title of racist on Nicole. Now, I don't know her views and her ideologies or whatever, and Nicole claimed that these were fake because she does not have Facebook, but let's keep it a buck. What would Cardi have done if Nicole was black? She wouldn't have resorted to the race card, so what would she have resorted to? Personal attacks on her looks, like we have seen her do time and time again when it pertains to black women, like she did with Angie, the owner of the Shade Room. Now, Cardi did go live and address the situation, only to say that she isn't going to apologize about what she said about that girl's mother, which I don't know what the fuck was the point in her going live anyway if she wasn't apologizing. Now, I will be the first one to admit I saw some of Nicole's tweets and some of what she said was a reach. I don't feel like hip-hop is the cause behind niggas pulling these triggers. Guns been a thing before hip-hop and it's gonna always be a thing. White folks killing each other, even though they ain't out here rapping about it, it is happening. So taking away hip-hop or the promotion of certain lifestyles won't change niggas getting killed by niggas, because niggas gotta want to change for themselves. And I'm saying niggas because it's niggas out here acting a goddamn fool, not black kings. So until niggas want to do better, they ain't gonna do better. Hip-hop ain't got shit to do with that. People need to get some therapy, some goddamn self-control, and a hug. Nevertheless, Nicole also made some very valid points about desensitizing ourselves to violence in our community, which I honestly been desensitized. So I just, find all this comical yet sad. But let me know your thoughts on these topics below. So remember, this is my commentary and my opinion. You can let me know yours below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and lounge with me on my socials at Southern Tea. That is with 2 A's at the end. I will see y'all in my next video.